now it's time to plan our content, right? We've looked at what other people are doing. We've looked at what our readers are doing on our site. We've gotten some takeaways from that, and now it's time to plan our content, and then we're going to schedule our content. Those are the last two chunks. So the way that I go about this is sharing the right screen first. I'm going to start here. And the first thing that I'm going to do to start my planning is look at the list of holidays. So I have this list of holidays. I'll paste it in the chat. There we go. So this list of holidays I find really useful. It just gives me some immediate structure. And it also makes me think about, oh gosh, March 5th is not far after February 28th. So if I wanted to do something for Mardi Gras, then I should probably have it scheduled for late February, or at least an idea of what that would be. So if that tied in with my my blog platform, I want to be doing that. But right now I'm going to just focus on Valentine's Day. So I'll get that on my calendar. Here's Valentine's Day. Okay, Valentine's Day. And I'm going to do a blog post on Valentine's Day. So I'm going to do this here. New blog post. And my blog post, I'm going to say it's going to be about, let's say, you know what I learned from when we were going through things? I learned that people were reacting well to the things about my family and about reading and my family. So I'm going to talk about like my family traditions around Valentine's Day, around books and Valentine's Day, right? Oh, look at my, okay. So family traditions around Valentine's Day. That's going to be my first piece of content that I'm putting in. So I've got that planned. We're not going to go through every single day, but I wanted to make sure that you saw that, you know, starting with holidays absolutely helps you keep those anchors in and know, you know, just keep plugged into what, I mean, everybody's going to be tweeting about and posting on Instagram about Valentine's Day, and I want to be part of that conversation. I want people to see me on that day as someone, you know, who's posting about those things. So the next little gem I really love is this site called, I don't know, has anyone seen this before? A site called Brownie Locks?
No. Okay.
It's adorable. So it looks like a MySpace page from, you know, whenever. It looks crazy. But here is the February page. But this guy is very, very committed. Oh, I'll put it in here too.
Interesting.
Okay, this guy's very committed. You can read through the rules here. He makes sure that he validates the source of the holiday, so you can submit holidays to him. Make sure it's validated. He doesn't do ads. He's just like, I love reading that because it's just like, God, what a great service he's done for us. Okay, so as I scroll down here, there are a lot of monthly holidays. So if any of these, chime in with what you're doing, it's Boost Self-Esteem Month. It's Marijuana Awareness Month, I guess. Of course, it's National African American History Month. It's a big one or Black History Month. It's a big one for a lot of content, a lot of great content, a lot of great opportunities to, you know, celebrate diversity, and I think that's important. There are just a lot of them. Youth Leadership Month, that's an exciting one. So there all these, and every month has all these. So there's all these opportunities to find other people that are talking about the things that you want to talk about when you're looking at the monthly and weekly holidays. So then they have weekly holidays, great. So there are so many. International Networking Week.
Condom Week?
Quantum Week. That's an exciting one for a lot of people. American Association for the Advancement of Science Week. So if you write about science, that's a great one. Oh,
Awesome.
this is all about, this is mine. Freelance Writer Appreciation Week. Woo-hoo. And Random Acts of Kindness Week. So that's probably one that I might want to put on my, I certainly want to put on, today's the start of Freelance Writer Appreciation Week on my social media. So I'll just pop that guy on there. That's the 11th. Freelance Writer Appreciation Week. So right now I'm getting my ideas together and I'm just like, oh, what am I going to say? Oh, I do need images for these, and I'm going to talk about images too, and how I deal with images. Let's see, I'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, and then after the weekly ones, we've got daily ones. So now you'll find, Valentine's Day on here, Groundhog Day is on here. Apparently the second is also Hedgehog Day. Who knew? But if your brand is quirky and fun stuff, that's a really fun thing to add on. Like, did you know it's also Hedgehog Day? So the Super Bowl is in February. That's coming up. That always falls off my radar. But some people, if sports people are your people, you should be talking about it. I'm going to be talking about Chinese New Year. My husband's Chinese, and we always like to make dumplings. So I'll have a good picture. It's probably not, I probably don't want to do a blog post. So I'll clear this out. And I'll put Chinese New Year. So I just fill it out, right? Like I fill it out with holidays first and then observances that I want to talk about that seem cool or seem interesting. Shower with a friend day. That's a cool one, I guess. Play Monopoly Day. So there are a lot of stuff that you can work with here. And I did paste that into the chat too, if you guys want to pull it up. And again, they have this for every month, and it's really cool. So, okay, then after I've done holidays and I've done observances, then I go back through and I do hashtags. So what I want to do, and this is a question that Jason brought up too earlier, is the hashtags, or look at my link. The hashtags for your genre are important. I'm going to show some for authors. Obviously everybody here is going to have different hashtags for their different specialties. So you may already know what they are, but if you don't, you can just start on Google and say, Cindy, do you know your hashtags? Oh, sorry.
Technology, I did mute myself. Yes, I actually have a bunch I use repeatedly.
Great.
That are related to my book, but then I try to pick up on, writing community, writers community, that those are both big right now. Yeah, I try to be aware of those, all of the possibilities.
And then one thing you can do is say, if you want to know, because as you're building out your content calendar, you might want to know if there's a special hashtag that's for your group that's happening on a certain day of the week that you just kind of haven't come across yet. Or I know you're aware of it, but maybe even for Megan, you could say organization hashtags, and you want to say days of the week. It's like, I hate to just Google it, but it's also really cool to see these different ones. So these are all just bringing up general hashtags, but let's see if we can pull off days of the week and just say organization, whoops. I wanted to go back to home organization hashtags, and just see, there's just a lot of resources is the bottom line, and you can Google them. So if you guys have any questions about hashtags that you want to explore more, or that you want to dive into, we can talk about that after, at the end of the little session declutter. Megan, are you using declutter? That's a good one. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm switching back over to just looking at this one. I find this course really wonderful, and I think I'm going to put something up on my website and then link back to this guy because he's really fantastic. But these are for writers. This is book marketing, a book marketing blogger, and he talks about these different things. So Mystery Mondays, that could be a kind of fun one if you are a mystery lover or a mystery writer. There's just different ones for every day. Poet Tuesday, so if you like poetry, Indie Tuesday, Travel Tuesday, if you travel often and write about travel. All these different ones are cool to. A hump day haiku, I think that's cute. All these are different ones that you can do to tie in with what other people in your industry are talking about. So if I wanted to say that I'm going to do Mystery Monday, and that's going to be something I want to participate in, then I can then go back to my calendar, and I want to say I want to make sure that I talk about Mystery Monday as often as possible because it's something that I want to be part of. So I can just stick those in here. And then I'm starting, as you're filling out your content calendar, you're starting to really get some shape here, and you're starting to really see what you want to be writing about. You want to see where you want to be driving people, and you want to see and see how many. I like to color code so I can see, so I don't go overboard on too many quote images, for example, or I don't go underboard on too many quote images by not making sure that I put them into my calendar, right? So so those are the steps that I kind of follow. I start with holidays, then go to observances, then go to hashtags, and see which weekly hashtags I can be part of. So, excuse me. Those are my steps for deciding which content I'm going to post. And this is after I've become inspired and educated about what people are doing on my site, and become inspired and educated by what other authors or other people in my niche are doing in their platforms.